Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Lady Plants is here. Currency Revolution's here. Christozilla's here on D Live. And we're back. I took a little break yesterday. I was going to stream, but then I got an oil change and I ended up at the dentist and I ended up doing this and that. And then afternoon came and I was like, you know what? Let's take a day off. I hadn't taken a day off for a while. And I'm going to take another day off tomorrow. I'm about to go out of town. So this week, I'm taking some days off. But today we're on. We're locked and loaded. And we're like Rambo here on Christozilla's meme, firing at whatever moves. Shout out to the pumpers out there. Let me click on these ads. I'm getting ads still. You should too. There should always be a way for you guys to earn a little bit of Bitcoin. Okay? And the number one easiest way, in my opinion, is the Brave browser. I mean, it's like you don't got to do anything. You just click a little ad here, a little ad there. You're getting BAT tokens, but you could set it so that when they deposit it, they deposit Bitcoin. So something to consider. And, you know, there's other ways, but like, you know, an extra $5-10 a month, maybe, you know, why not? Shout out to Lucian. Good morning. How dare you take a day off, says Currency. Yeah, you know, I took one off and why not? You know, I wasn't going to even take it off, but the afternoon came. I was like, should I stream now? I was like, you know, let me take it off. Why not? Sometimes you got to take a day off, especially if you've been putting in work, shooting at whatever moves out here in the trenches. Whether it's 20K or 2,000, we're out here moving, guys. Shout out to the boomer. Shout out to everybody following me on D Live. I'm pending verification on D Live so that I can set up a subscription on D Live, a members only chat, and a couple other features out there. So thank you to all the followers and everybody that's been catching those impromptu live streams that I do, the things that make you go, I'm sure some of you've caught them. And I enjoy it. I don't leave those up, so you got to make sure you're following, putting on post notification. Let's go ahead and check out the math. Today is Fed Day. You got Powell. He's going to talk. And the promise is no rate hikes till, I believe, 2024 or 20 for a few years. Don't quote me on that. But they're promising no rate hikes for a few years. Okay, and what this means is that the money is easy money. It's cheap money. It's free to loan or to get a loan, basically, if you're a big bank. But if you're a middle class guy and you're getting a credit card, they're going to rape you. That's a whole nother discussion. So the promise is the banks, the corporations, they're going to continue to have access to funny bunny money. Okay. Let me show you. There it is. Fed is fighting the last battle, and here are the risks to its new strategy. Fed to signal interest rate hikes won't be an issue until 2024. Okay, what does this mean for the middle class? That means that everybody that's saving they're not going to get anything. So, you know, to all the savers out there, you're going to get clapped because the rates are not going to go up. You're not going to get paid for saving. Okay? Let me repeat this. You're going to get, you'll probably get paid something, maybe 0.00001. You're going to get paid less for saving now. Okay, you're going to get paid. Everybody's going to get paid less for saving. That's basically what it is. Okay, they're going to get more access to money. And where do you think that money is going to go? Into the stocks, into the metals, into the cryptos. It's pretty obvious, guys. And if they continue to promise easy money, I would expect it to go up. Now, I mean, anything could happen. They may say something else. I'm not sure what time he goes live. He may be on right now. But it seems to me like rate hikes won't be an issue. And that's like crack to the market. Okay. This brings in a weaker dollar, and a weaker dollar is stock market bullish. Okay. A weaker dollar is stock market bullish. And it's bad for the middle class because they're not getting rewarded for saving. Okay. And then on top of that, they're not getting rewarded for saving, and they're missing out on all those potential gains that they could be making on top of their savings that compound interest. Shout out to Currency Lucian, the rest of the boomers out there. Is that Currency 365? I can't see any avatars or thumbnails here from the chat box that I'm looking at. I'm not sure if this is a new currency or this is a currency with a new name. because I can't see the avatar. Let me know. Anyhow, nice to have you in the box. Let's run down the math out here, guys, to see how Bitcoin's doing. It's up as expected. Again, I've been telling you guys, look at the stocks. Look at the stocks. Look at the stocks. If the stocks are going up, guys, then the rest of the bags are probably going to go up, okay? For many years, we used to look at Bitcoin as the total opposite of the legacy markets. And that's not the case this year, okay? There's more of a direct correlation, or at least an indirect correlation. I think the correlation has been quantified at somewhere at like around 0.6. I'm not sure if that number's fixed or has stayed fixed. I mean, obviously it's variable, but I'm not sure if it stayed fixed close to 0.6. But anyhow, the point being is that this year there's a stronger correlation with the stocks and cryptos than ever before. So keep your eyes out for that. Bitcoin at 10.9, about to test 11. Ethereum is falling behind, but that's okay. I believe that as soon as Bitcoin takes off, which it appears to be taking off, Ether's next. Calm down, Ether's next. We see all the DeFi and all the things that are being built on top of it. And actually, I was watching a video yesterday by Chico Crypto. You guys put me on to him, and I've been watching the channel. And he's making a similar argument to the champ that Ether may be more valuable than the coin market cap reflects, because of all the development that's going on top of the chain, the wrap BTC, and then these corporations that are adopting the Ether blockchain in order to do some of their applications. So, and then apparently, this I didn't know, most of these, Ether knockoffs or these other blockchains that are advertising themselves to be faster, somehow at the core, they're still running a Solidity programming. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something to consider. And Solidity is basically the backbone or the main programming with Ethereum. So it seems like they're all just branching off Ethereum. And because of that, I feel like Ethereum is going to kapump. And you could see other crypto guys talking about the same thing. It's screaming at us. In my opinion, it's going to boom. And again, I may be wrong. So don't take this is not I'm not giving you advice. I'm giving you my opinion. Appears to me like Ether is in a position to pump. I can see this easily going over 500 in my opinion. Again, take that for whatever it's worth. But that's what I think. Ripple, 24 cents. Polkadot at 510. How about Polkadot, guys? A top 5 coin. This thing came out of left field, surpassing Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, and Binance. I wouldn't sleep on Polkadot. It's interesting that it's there. But again, it's only been around for, like a month or something? So, keep an eye on that. Bitcoin Cash at 232, Chainlink at 11, Binance at $28. Binance is another one that it seems like it's going to continue to go up. There's been a bit of a dump with Binance over the past couple of days, and that's because Binance recently pumped after they were offering a staking service that's kind of DeFi-esque. So it's a CeFi basically, but you could use Binance to stake Binance tokens and yield farm and get more Binance. I think that raised the demand last week, and then of course now there's the dump. But let's keep an eye on it. There's a possibility that this may have another second wave of a run up here. I got an eye on Binance as well. Crypto.com at 16 cents. Litecoin at $48. Satoshi Vision, we always skip. Cardano there at 8 cents. EOS at $2.69. And Tron there at 2 cents. You guys could check the rest of the math. Let's look at the DeFi coins. I try to make a play on YFII. And I was buying the dip, but this thing keeps going down. So I'm in the red. With YFII, you got Yearn Finance. It looks like a lot of the DeFis are in the red now. Okay, so Yearn's down, UMA's down, Lend is down, Synthetics is down. So is this an opportunity? These things are down, and I'm seeing Bitcoin going up. So I asked myself the question: is this an opportunity? And then I got my eyes on DeFi Money. I think that this thing may have another run up. I'm hoping it can go above 0.5 again, Bitcoin, maybe even get closer to 0.75. I was thinking it was a good gamble with a few clams, says Crystozilla. Which one's that? On which one's a good gamble? Just Ether or these DeFi coins, or which one are you referring to? So we got the Fed now. They're I'm not sure if they're on or not, but it seems like the markets are responding positively. Let's look at the legacy stocks here. Let me pull that up. Indices are slightly in the green. S&P at 3408, Dow there at 2804, crude oil in the green, which is bullish. And let's look at the dollar index. Dollar's basically sideways. 10-year yield is down. Let's see. It's kind of, it can go either way right now, but it seems like we're going to put some gains on. A lot of drama around the sushi owner change. Yeah, I heard something about the sushi owner coming out on Twitter and apologizing and that he's going to buy back some sushi, or I don't know. Apparently, he's an anonymous character and now there's a new sushi owner or whatnot. I don't know. I haven't been following it. But, that sushi pumped and it dumped. And actually, in one of the pumps, I was able to make a trade. And then I think I made one or two trades. And then the last trade I was in the red. And then I ended up taking a loss. So, I've taken a couple losses here with this DeFi. I've been doing a lot of, swing trading, but not that aggressive. If I take a speculative position in a swing trade, it's never more than 1,000. It's usually more like a few $100. It's more of a gamble, if anything, in my eyes. I wouldn't be putting a significant amount of the portfolio or capital into these things because they can go either way. I mean, it's a gamble, in other words. But you know how I feel. As far as long term, I'm still sticking with BTC and ETH. I think ETH is a blue chipper, and I picked up more ETH. I picked up more ETH recently, so let's see how that pans out. We're currently at 0.033 the last time I checked with the ETH pricing. Let's look at the winners and losers here. I got my watch list. I keep my eyes on this watch list. I came across this new stock here. Well, I don't know if it's new, but this company called Workhorse Group. And you could see that they're providing some of the UPS trucks. And someone was talking about this to me offline, trying to describe the value that the company adds. And, I don't know if the person was 100% on point with their description, but they were trying to describe that they're manufacturing electrical vehicles, but somehow they're outsourcing it, and they're like all putting the vehicles together like in modular pieces. And apparently they have some sort of a competitive advantage. I don't know the details. You may want to look deeper into this, but apparently they are electric and they're providing trucks to UPS. And let me tell you guys, as far as shipping, and logistics, that industry continues to grow. I mean, look, the U.S. Postal Service has to raise their rates. They're through the roof with packages. And so is UPS and FedEx. I mean, there's more people buying online than ever. I mean, there's people just buying little things online. There's just, people buy $5, $10 online now with this Amazon stuff. So, I would expect that industry to continue to grow. FedEx, DHL, UPS, even the Postal Service itself. And because of that, they're going to need equipment. And, this particular stock has jumped out at me. So, keep an eye on this one. Workhorse, it's, look how it's performed since June. Look, the pandemic didn't do much of it, but ever since June, this thing has started moving. So keep an eye on this one. Let me know if you know more about it. I'm really going to do the research on this one, but it very much attracted me as far as their business model and the value added. Binance is up again. We talked about that just a while ago. Upwork, which is kind of a Fiverr competitor. I like that. Let's see if there's anything else. Those are the ones that are really ripping today. If there's any deals and steals here, Sushi is the one that's dumping. And we were just talking about that. YFII, I got a position on that one. I'm getting clapped. I'm waiting for, perhaps maybe another swing back up. These things go up and they go down. And, it came out, it dumped, and then it had a pump. And while it was dipping, I started buying the dip, expecting it to maybe have a second wave. But we haven't seen that. And right now it's worth 0.41 Bitcoin. I'm hoping this thing can go over 0.5 again and maybe go closer to a 1 Bitcoin, maybe 0.75 or something like that. I don't know. But I got most of my buys in around half a Bitcoin. So I'm down. Loopring, Theta. A lot of the DeFi's are down. Balancer, TRX, which I'm considering. I'm questioning here. This is maybe an entry point? I don't know, because Bitcoin is ripping right now. Maybe people are riding the Bitcoin train, and perhaps these low rates will attract some of the altcoins buyers. Let's look at the stocks by large cap. Didn't go so slow. Large cap. Basically the coin market cap of stocks. You can see the biggest company in the world is Apple right now with a market cap of 1.9 trillion, almost $2 trillion there on Apple. Microsoft number 2. You know how I feel about Microsoft. Amazon, Google, Facebook. These are rankings. Apple really pulling ahead of Microsoft in the past few months. They were basically tied. Microsoft at the beginning of the year was the biggest corp, and then Apple pulling ahead. I like them both. I happen to be a little more attracted to Microsoft these days, but Apple has been performing. Amazon technicals are reading buy. Facebook is neutral. Alibaba is a strong buy. And Nvidia's been moving up. I'll tell you, I've been making gains with this all throughout the Rona. I'm glad that I identified. This is basically one of my favorite stocks. And it's funny is I'm not holding the stocks. I've been just option, and the spreads. Boom, boom, boom. And it's been profitable. I haven't lost on Nvidia. Home Depot is a buy. So you got a few of them. The other day I was looking at this list and I was like, what are the companies on this list that may move up? Like, what are the newer companies or companies that seem to go up? And when I was looking at that, I looked at Oracle. I was like, Oracle may be a buy. And this is before they talked about TikTok. Novartis is another one that's been sticking out to me. They're a pharmaceutical. See, what's this? Thermo Fisher Scientific. Never heard of this. Strong buy. And they're like almost as big as Nike. TMO, I've never heard that. See, I would keep an eye on that. TMO, whatever that is. Health technology. So yeah, let me link this in the chat box. So if you guys want to look at this on your own. Both YFI and YFII swing big, but you want to get in on the low end, jump off on the high swing. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, Crystalzilla. I was trying to buy that dip. But the knife kept falling, so here I am. I've DC'd like 2 or 3 times into YFI, and it keeps going down. And again, that's fine because the position, like I said, it's not like thousands of dollars or anything like that. I look at it like a gamble, and I'm just playing around. It's like I'm playing poker. It's like I'm playing poker out here. Now, as far as mid to long term holds, the deal. You hold them and you can DCA into them, and it's Bitcoin and ETH, Bitcoin and ETH, Bitcoin and ETH. ETH now more than Bitcoin, this month, but I'm still more Bitcoin dominant, and I've been questioning that. I've been questioning whether I should increase my Ether dominance, which I have slightly, but I'm starting to question, how Ether dominant should a portfolio be? Maybe you guys want to chime in. We can agree, right? Like that, if you're a long-term crypto holder, you should have Bitcoin. Obviously, that's standard. But Bitcoin, Ether as well. And if that's true, how dominant in Ether should one's bag be? I'm looking at it at least 10% and maybe more. Maybe even 20. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. How Ether dominant should one's portfolio be if this is a mid to long-term portfolio? I'm not talking about a day trading portfolio or a swing trading or a DeFi portfolio. I'm talking about that that savings portfolio. The HODL bag. The hodl, and some people would even respond like, "Listen, I'm not even hodling ETH," and I understand that. I get those diehard maximalists. I happen not to be one of those. Crystalzilla is saying about 20-ish%, and you may be right. Right now, I would say I'm above 10%. I'm not sure if I'm at 20, but one needs to start asking themselves how dominant should your Ether portfolio or Ether holdings be if we can or seem to agree that it's going to move faster than Bitcoin, Bags of ETH. Yeah, I think that, and again, this is my opinion. I mean, you know the deal. I think that if you're a hodler for mid to long term, then, having some ETH in that bag is not a bad idea. Okay. Crystalzilla saying about 20%. Yeah, I mean that could make sense. Like 20% on ETH, 70% on Bitcoin, and then like 10% on alts, or something like that. For the long term bag. I'm leaning maybe even going a little bit more bullish on ETH, and maybe above 20%, maybe a 30%. I don't know. However, our percentage, we must have at least 32 ETH on deck, says Jiggerome. Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. Shout out to the 32 ETH club. But I like to talk in percentages because, some people are far away from that 32 ETH. What's 32 ETH now? How much does that cost? Let's say, I don't know the price of ETH. I'm just going to do a quick, let's say it's 375 times 32. So it's about $12,000. Yeah, let's say, if someone, only has like $1,000 or $5,000, that's why I like to talk about things in proportion and percentages. But again, everybody has a different goal, But let's say if I only had 5,000, I'm not sure if I would be 100% on ETH. That's why I'm speaking in percentage. I still think that I'd be more Bitcoin dominant. And again, that's because I'm prudent. I'm a little more conservative with the holdings. I've been in the game longer, and I said, like I've said to you guys, my strategy is not to get rich fast. It's to get rich for sure. You know what I'm saying? And also to protect the bag too. Once you get a bag, it's also about protecting the bag. However, a percent. Okay, we read that. Kraken just won a bank charter approval in Wyoming. Big investors will come from fiat to crypto easier. Nice. Awesome. I got to start pushing for that 31 ETH. I think it's 32, but yeah, you got the point. Lady Plant says, I got heavy bags on KNC. I ended up selling my KNC. I was staking, and then did I roll it into ETH? I don't know what I did with my KNC. I mean, obviously, I got out of it at a small profit, I believe. And I believe, I want to know, I'm thinking if I rolled it into something or if I just sold it in order to balance out my portfolio. I always like having in my trading, my swing trade portfolio, I always like having some dry powder. So if I don't have a little bit of Bitcoin to buy, then I got to consider selling something. So I think that I was in that situation. I was like, well, what could I sell here so I can have some ammo? And it fell on KNC. But again, we've talked about this before, Lady Plants, that out of all those DeFi coins, KNC is very attractive because you can stake ETH. Athlete is asking, Champ, have you been doing any option trades on LedgerX selling BTC put options? I have, but not recently. But yeah, I've sold both puts and calls on LedgerX. Right now, I'm actually waiting to sell a call. I'm waiting for the next Bitcoin run. Let's say if we go up to 12 or 13, it's going to go up again. Right now, it's starting to move. The next time Bitcoin puts on some weight, I'm going to sell some calls. I'll probably sell some calls, depending on how much weight it pulls, but I'll probably sell some calls, I don't know, 25,000, into next year. I don't know. I have sold some already and, collected the premium. I've sold some put options as well. Right now, I'm just kind of waiting. Lady Plants bought the KNC at 104. Wow. I mean, that's a lot. That's a pretty low dip. But there you go. Yeah. I like KNC, guys. I do. But yeah, nice question, athlete. It's been a while since anybody even mentioned the BTC options, Ledger X or whatnot. And it's just another tool in the bag. And that strategy is more to earn USD. Of course, you could buy Bitcoin there with the USD you earn, but it's just another strategy. And I like that. If you could sell a call. I mean, like if you really don't want to sell your Bitcoin, sell a call for $50,000. I don't know what the premiums are. They're probably like $1,000 or something. I don't know. But what's the probability of hitting 50K? It's kind of low, and if it did, you get paid 50K anyway. You see what I'm saying? So you don't really feel that bad about selling calls far into the future at a high price. I've sold a couple calls at 15 and 25,000 into next year. And then you can go and sell the puts as well. I mean, I sold some puts for this year at 7,500. And those things are going to expire worthless the way things are panning out. But do the knowledge on these options, guys. I'll tell you, I don't put in BTC buy orders. I sell puts. Why would you put a BTC buy order and have your money locked up without receiving a premium when you could do the same thing and receive money up front? Like, you want to buy at 7,500, then just sell the put. Collect your premium and wait around. If it doesn't go down, you keep the money. If it does go down, then you're just forced to buy at the price that you wanted to buy anyway. So, I mean, this is like obvious for those that want to buy Bitcoin on the dip. Like, if you know you're going to buy Bitcoin on the dip no matter what, then I don't see why not to sell put options. And when you sell a put option, is basically you're agreeing to buy at a certain price in the future, even if the price is lower than the price you agreed at. Let's check out DLive over here. Let me pass out some lemons. At least throw some in the bag. I want to do some informative video. I've done some, but maybe I can put out a little series there. Like really short how-to videos, like how to sell a put option, how to sell a call option. Because selling the options are more advanced than buying. Remember one thing, guys. The seller is the one that's collecting the money. The seller is the one that collects the money. Remember that. I get that, the deals are made on the buy and all that, but the seller is the one that collects the money. Let me repeat that. The person selling is the one that's collecting the money. Okay? So that being said, you should always be selling something. You know what I mean? You should always be selling something if you want to be collecting money. And that's why I sold KNC. Lady Plants, because I needed to collect something that day. Shout out to Lady Plants with the lemons. We got 4 people. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out these lemons right now. Let's make it happen. Big winners. CrystalZilla athlete. CrystalZilla picked up 64. Athlete got 37. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations. Shout out to all the boomers. If you're tuning in on YouTube, come on over to DLive, guys. Open up a little account, and not only for the champ, but just to check out all these other content creators. Boom. Thank you, Athlete. Thank you, Crystozilla. I appreciate you guys. There you go. I'm going to leave you guys with some homework. Look at this TradingView market ranking, these large caps, and try to identify some stuff. Like right now, I just came across this one that I never even heard of. What was it? TMO, Thermo Fisher Scientific. Like, do some research on some of these large cap stocks that may be moving up. Maybe like TMO is bigger than McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than Exxon, and I don't know much about it. So, there may be some potential boomers here. Okay. I don't know if, just keep an eye on it. And then another one, some are saying, it could be another Tesla or whatnot. I don't know if that's true, but Workhorse is attractive. This is a smaller cap stock, but it's been ripping today. It's WKHS. Look into them. I really like their business model, and they're assembling electric cars in modules or whatnot, and they're providing commercial vehicles to UPS. So keep an eye on this one. Okay, so do some research on that. And what else I want to let you guys with? And do some research on selling puts and calls. You could do that both with crypto and stocks. Okay, it's another way to earn income. Collecting those premiums. It's what some of the Wall Street guys do. All right, on that note, I'm gonna keep these broadcasts closer to 30 minutes. I'm trying to find the time and energy to start doing smaller videos, shorter videos. I was looking at my video results in views and my dashboard or whatnot, and I was looking at some of the top videos, and some of my top videos are like a few years old, and they were all smaller, shorter videos, more like 5 ways to do this, or very specific, like what is this coin or stuff like that. Maybe if I put out a video like how to sell a Bitcoin option, or like more like how-to videos. I got to do some more of those. Those provide value, and those end up getting clicks. But you know what it is, guys, that I think of doing those, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I'd rather just go live and chop it up with you guys and, be more casual. But sometimes you got to produce the video. And I'm trying to find the time, number one, and the energy to do that. But anyhow, we'll continue with the live streams. I'm going to take the day off tomorrow. I'm going to go visit family out of town or whatnot, and I don't really plan on doing a live stream. But don't get concerned. I'm not hiding or anything. I'll be back. I'll be back. This week I'm gonna, I took a day off yesterday. Tomorrow I'll take another day off, and it's a little regroup, and maybe I'll get some energy and start pushing out more content as we have on DLive. There've been third-party content, but it's been fun. On that note, I'm out of here. Thank you, Lady Plants, Crystozilla, Athlete, and the rest of the boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne, thanks for tuning in.